What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about first dates was actually working against you? That the advice you've been following is the exact reason why your connections fizzle out before they ever really begin? The truth is, most people approach first dates like they're auditioning for a role, trying too hard, saying what they think the other person wants to hear, playing a character that isn't really them, and then they wonder why they feel drained afterward, why the spark disappears after that second or third meetup. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 critical mistakes you're making on first dates and exactly how to fix them. This isn't about games or manipulation. It's about authentic connection that actually leads somewhere. Because a first date isn't about impressing someone. It's about discovering if you're right for each other. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. You're planning the wrong kind of date. Most people default to dinner and drinks for first dates, sitting across from each other like it's a job interview. Awkward silences, forced conversation. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly comfortable staring at a stranger for 2 hours while trying to chew your food attractively? I see this all the time. Men and women spending hours in settings that create pressure instead of connection. Planning dates that feel more like auditions than authentic meetings. Here's what actually works. Choose an activity with built-in conversation starters. A casual walk through an interesting neighborhood. A quick coffee, followed by checking out a local market or street fair. Something that gives you shared experiences to comment on. I call this the side-by-side approach. When you're doing something together, rather than just staring at each other, conversation flows naturally. You have external stimuli to comment on, shared experiences to react to. The key is low pressure, easy exit options, and natural pauses in conversation that don't feel awkward. Think about your closest relationships. The deepest conversations often happen while you're driving, walking, or engaged in a casual activity. Not when you're sitting formally across a table from each other. Your date should feel like you're already comfortable together, not like you're trying to prove yourself worthy of a second chance. When you remove that interview-style pressure, real connection has space to breathe. Mistake number 2, you're trying to be perfect. Let me ask you something. Who's more attractive? The person with a flawless facade who never missteps? Or the confident person who can laugh at themselves when they spill their drink? Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's authenticity. Most people spend their first dates hiding behind a carefully constructed version of themselves, afraid to let any cracks show. I see it everywhere. Men who won't admit they're nervous, women who pretend to be interested in things they couldn't care less about. Everyone putting on this exhausting performance trying to be someone's idealized version of perfect. But here's what they don't realize. Perfect is forgettable. Think about the last person who truly captivated you. What made them magnetic wasn't perfection. It was their comfort in their own skin, their willingness to be real. There's power in showing your rough edges. That slightly weird laugh you try to suppress. The passionate way you talk about that hobby everyone else finds boring. The honest admission that you're a little nervous. These are the things that create real connection. Remember this. When you try to be perfect, you become generic. Generic doesn't stand out. Generic doesn't inspire. Generic doesn't create that pull that makes someone think about you long after the date ends. I'm not saying air all your dirty laundry on date 1, but stop trying to be some airbrushed, perfect version of yourself, because perfection doesn't create attraction. Authenticity does. Mistake number 3, you're focusing on the wrong conversations. The average first date conversation goes something like this. Where did you grow up? What do you do for work? How many siblings do you have? Boring. Surface level. Forgettable. You learn facts, not the person. I've sat at tables next to these dates. 2 people exchanging resume points, neither one really seeing the other, just going through the motions of what they think a date should be. Instead, try this. Ask questions that reveal values, not just information. What's something you've changed your mind about recently? What would you do if money wasn't a concern? What's been bringing you joy lately? These questions cut through the small talk and create genuine connection. They reveal how someone thinks, not just what they do. And here's the crucial part. When they answer, actually listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Put your phone away. Make eye contact. Ask thoughtful follow-up questions that show you're processing what they're saying, not just running through your mental checklist of pre-planned topics. The quality of your attention is more attractive than the quality of your stories. Follow-up questions show you're present, engaged, interested in them as a person, not just as a potential partner checklist. Real connection happens when someone feels truly seen. Mistake number 4, you're ignoring your own feelings. Most people are so concerned with being liked on a first date that they forget something critical. You're there to evaluate them too. I see it all the time. People ignoring red flags, dismissing their gut feelings, making excuses for behavior that makes them uncomfortable, all because they want the date to work out. That person who checked their phone 15 times, they must be really important at work. The one who was rude to the server, maybe they're just having a bad day. The one whose values clearly clash with yours, but they're so attractive, I can overlook it. Stop. Just stop. Here's what actually works. Pay attention to how you feel in their presence. Do you feel energized or drained? Can you be yourself, or are you walking on eggshells? Are you genuinely curious about them, or just going through the motions? Your body knows. Your intuition speaks. Listen to it. Dating isn't about collecting as many second dates as possible. It's about finding someone who's actually right for you. Because a successful first date isn't just one that leads to a second, it's one that helps you determine if this person deserves your time at all. Mistake number 5. You're rushing the process. We live in an instant gratification culture. Swipe, match, meet, decide. Too many people try to determine their entire future with someone in the span of a single evening. Is this the one? Could I marry this person? Do they check all my boxes? Slow down. A first date has one purpose: to decide if you want a second date. That's it. Not to plan your wedding, not to determine if they're your soulmate, just to see if you enjoy their company enough to spend another few hours together. I've seen countless connections fizzle out because people jump too far ahead, projecting all their hopes and fears onto someone they barely know. Chemistry isn't binary. It exists on a spectrum, and it can grow over time. Some of the strongest relationships start with a subtle intrigue rather than overwhelming passion. A curiosity to learn more, not an immediate certainty. Give connections time to develop. Chemistry can grow. People unfold slowly, revealing different layers of themselves over time. The most meaningful relationships often start with a slow burn, not fireworks. Trust the process. Be present for what's happening now instead of projecting into some imagined future. The real secret to first date success. When you strip away all the noise, all the questionable advice, all the games people play, successful first dates come down to one thing: creating a space where both people feel comfortable being themselves. That's it. Not impressing them with your achievements, not hiding your flaws, not manipulating situations for a specific outcome. Just two humans showing up authentically, seeing if they enjoy each other's company. The truth is, most people are approaching dating from a place of scarcity. They see each first date as potentially their last chance at happiness, each rejection as confirmation of some internal flaw. This desperation seeps through, no matter how well you think you hide it. But when you approach dating from abundance, knowing your worth, comfortable with who you are, clear about what you bring to the table, everything shifts. Suddenly, you're not trying to convince someone to like you. You're mutually exploring if you're right for each other. And here's the part most people miss. Sometimes, the best outcome of a first date is discovering you're not right for each other, because every no brings you one step closer to the right yes. So the next time you're getting ready for a first date, remember, you're not there to be chosen. You're there to see if you choose each other. There's power in that perspective, freedom. And when you approach dating from that place of authentic strength, everything changes. The right people are drawn to you, the wrong ones fall away. And suddenly, dating isn't exhausting anymore. It becomes an adventure of discovery, both of yourself and of who might be waiting to walk alongside you. That's what actually works.